Hello, traders and investors. It's Rod with Power Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap. Today is a recap for Wednesday, May 19th. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing the topic of the day today, whether or not Elon Musk is the creator of Bitcoin. We seem to have a survey here that suggests that more than half of Australians think Elon Musk invented Bitcoin. And that was an article from Cointelegraph, which I found extremely interesting. So we'll look at that here in just a second, but we'll go over some news and events on the day, and then we'll look at the broader market. We had a huge sell-off in the crypto space today, so we'll discuss that and what my outlook is into the end of the week and into the next few months as well. So before we jump in, make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel. So more than half of Australians think Elon Musk invented Bitcoin in a recent survey. So Australians' knowledge of cryptocurrency could use some improvement, as more than half of them think Elon Musk created Bitcoin, BTC, according to a new survey. Finder, Australia's most visited comparison website, conducted a survey of 1,004 Australians to find out more about what they know about crypto, the Australian reported on Wednesday. According to the survey results, 56% of Australians are unaware of the mysterious Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto, believing that the Tesla CEO and SpaceX founder Musk is the founder of the world's largest cryptocurrency. A significant number of respondents also did not know that Bitcoin's supply was limited. So you can go on to look at the rest of that, but I found that pretty funny and fairly compelling, because that was something I mentioned as well, that, just not to put the tinfoil hat on, but I found it interesting. And I did mention it to private members, and I maybe mentioned it on one of my videos before, but if I were to put any money on it, it would more than likely be Elon Musk that I would have as a candidate. I mean, if you look at his ties into PayPal, which was founded in 1998, he was around for all of that and the inception of that. And then in 2008, we had the financial crisis. So not only did he make a fortune off PayPal, then he saw the financial crisis. He knows, he's got a ton of, he's a wealthy individual. He's got a ton of resources, a ton of money. So he has a lot more, ins with higher ups as well. And he just understands how the economy works and how money works. And he said that before as well on one of his recent tweets. He responded to somebody on Twitter saying, essentially, you do realize that I founded PayPal, right? And I know a little bit how the monetary system works. So, he founded PayPal, and then he went off to create Tesla and then SpaceX. How does one person create PayPal and then manage SpaceX and Tesla and Neuralink and all the other things that he's got going on while speaking in front of thousands of people at all these different conferences? Plus he's talking about improving Dogecoin and increasing the block size. So how else would he know how to do all of that, right? So again, let me know in the comments below if you think there's any truth to this. Do you think there's any chance that Elon Musk could be the secret Satoshi Nakamoto? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. So moving on. Elon Musk says Tesla has diamond hands, pushing Bitcoin sharply higher. So basically hinted that they're not selling anything at this point. So he took to Twitter again to basically just cool the nerves and concerns of those who thought that Tesla was getting ready to sell the Bitcoin, and basically said that they have diamond hands, and the top cryptocurrency rallied over 6% just after that tweet. And Coinbase, Gemini, CoinMarketCap go down amid crypto Armageddon. So let me know in the comments below if you were affected by that. I didn't have any issues with ShakePay or Binance in Canada, but I did notice that the transaction was super slow. So I did have some buy orders today set, and that's why you need to have buy orders set on your exchange. Don't wait for the crypto market to drop 30-40% to go on to your bank to on-ramp fiat into ShakePay or any other on-ramp and then send money to Binance to buy an altcoin, because it's just not gonna work. And here's an example of that. I had some buy orders set today that luckily they filled, but I went to add more from my bank account, like I said, using the ShakePay app. And I did a video. You can just search my channel and ShakePay on how to do that. But essentially just sent an e-transfer, and then it left ShakePay pretty much instantly. So it wasn't the exchange, and I was sending it to Binance. So Ethereum to Ethereum using the Ethereum blockchain. And here's a screenshot. It was 1 hour and 6 minutes and it's still pending on the blockchain, on the Ethereum blockchain. And it took 1 hour and 45 minutes for that transaction to settle. If we're barely even seeing any adoption in the crypto space, imagine if everybody was using Bitcoin as a world payment, as a global payment mechanism. Imagine you went to buy a coffee, even with Ethereum, which is way faster than Bitcoin. I wouldn't want to see the lag time today in the congestion on the network today, and then look at the fees. I think it was like 30 or 40 or $50 or something like that on the fee. I didn't quite go down low enough to see that, but fees were huge. And imagine how slow Bitcoin would have been if Ethereum was this slow. And oh man, it's just mind bending, right? Imagine if you went to pay for a coffee and you had to wait an hour and 6 minutes or an hour and 40 minutes for it to go through. And that's with the whole world using it, right? We're barely seeing any adoption right now. Nobody's using Ethereum for global payments, right? So that's why I think that XRP and XLM are going to be the future. They can settle in about 3 to 5 seconds. Imagine if that was XRP, that would have been settled in about 5 seconds on the XRP ledger. So dinosaur technology, and it's no wonder that they're coming out with Ethereum 2.0. So we'll go through this a little faster today. So in brighter news, we have Wells Fargo to onboard a crypto strategy for institutional clients starting in June. So big news with Wells Fargo getting on board. Despite the SEC lawsuit, Ripple partners with Egypt's national bank. So there's some other huge news for Ripple, and likely going to translate into some positive momentum for XRP as well, in my opinion. So today we had FOMC meeting as well. The Fed hinted it could reconsider easing policies if the economy continues rapid improvement. So we did see the market shake up a little bit after that, but essentially they say that inflation is still not really a concern at this point, and that they could start to ease policies and tapering off of, buying assets and things like that, tapering asset purchases if the economy starts to continue its rapid pace. Home buyers are applying for ever bigger mortgages as home prices soar, and I also started to inquire about potentially looking into sell my final property. Let me know in the comments below if you're considering selling your property this year or this summer, but I think I'm going to look to capitalize on this massive everything bubble before the whole world comes to an end. Just joking. I do think that we're going to have some massive turbulence ahead, though, in the next 6 to 12 to 18 months, especially for the U.S. dollar. I really do think that the U.S. dollar is going to be under some heavy, and I do think that the whole global financial system is going to be revamped. And I do believe that at the helm of that is going to be XRP and XLM and a lot of different cryptocurrencies, but specifically that in terms of, the World Economic Forum and the Bank of International Settlements, the central bank of all central banks. I do believe that they're going to eventually adopt XRP as the standard, and XLM will have a lot to do with that as well, in my opinion. The second largest country in the world, being Canada, is running out of land. So despite the anxiety and irrational bidding wars and fears of bubble bursting, what's fundamentally driving is worsening imbalance between supply and demand. Buyers want large homes, but increasingly can't have them because there isn't enough space in and around major cities where people work to entice. So taking a look at the crypto space, take a look at these wild bounces today. So I want to show you something here real quick before we get into that. I've never seen this before on an asset where Bitcoin had no resistance up until 59,000. We tested 30,000 today and went daily oversold. Got extreme. From the low at 30,000, we had no resistance up until 60,000, just under. So we essentially 100% bounce. We could bounce and still just be looking for a daily lower high. That is absolutely insane. I've never seen that on an asset before. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever seen that, where an asset pulled back so much on the daily that it was down so much from the highs that it was 100% bounce, just looking for a daily lower high. That is something else. And this is what we know and love about crypto, and it looks like crypto's back. So if you're new, today was probably a gut-wrenching day, but yeah, gonna have to get used to it because that's just a walk in the park and something that we've been calling out for a while now on this channel and warning that we could see this happen. And personally, I had no Bitcoin. I had XRP and XLM as a long-term hold. I did add XLM, XRP, and ADA today, and look at the bounce on ADA, 82%. XLM was my next, that was my biggest one. Then my next biggest position was ADA on that dip, and then XRP. And look at the bounces. Look who won the bounces. XLM and Cardano, both with over 80% bounces. Then we had XRP 52, Litecoin 57, Bitcoin 43, and Ether 54% off the lows. But that is something else. And like I said, I did sell those positions. I was up about I think 50% on Cardano, and I re-entered on XLM, and I basically went all in on that trade when we came down here and tested 40 cents again. But we got down as low as 25 cents on one exchange, and then we dropped down to 40 cents. So I took another trade, still in that XLM. I think I entered around 44 cents. So I'm still riding that XLM. Like I said, I went in 3 different orders on XRP, XLM, and ADA. Sold it after we saw that huge bounce, and then reloaded XLM down when it had saw that it held 40 cents, and then it got it filled around 43. So I'm up from 40, we'll just say 44 to be conservative, up another 10% or so on that position. And I went all in on XLM. I'm super bullish on XLM. I mean, we hit 25 on one exchange, 25 cents. And we were just at 80 cents not too long ago. We could run like 200%, and then we're about 300% from the all-time highs. But never seen that before on Bitcoin, where we had a 100% move. And I'll put some timestamps in the description below, but I did want to make this a little bit more centered around crypto today and Bitcoin, as Bitcoin obviously led the market. And I've been saying this for a while now, that Bitcoin has been signaling moves usually in advance. So we had Bitcoin move, and then Tesla move, and then the overall broader market move, and that was happening on the way up. Now it's happening on the way down. But today the S&P 500 held support at 404, so we defended that support, so we avoided a daily downtrend being confirmed. And at this point, we're looking for a higher low. If we can form this higher low here and then break resistance up at 417.49, that will confirm a daily uptrend. But if we lose 404, we're in a daily downtrend, and then we're likely heading to that gap fill at 400 and maybe even a flush of 400. The dollar trying to bounce in the daily, but still weak. And taking a look at the tech sector, so bouncing, closed near the high of the day, nice bounce, held its support as well at 316. So that was notable, as we had a lack of support until 307 after that. So just taking a look, oil was weak today. Extremely weak, down almost, it was over 3%. Looks like we were down 5% at one point on oil. The metals continue to be strong, gold and silver, holding EMA 12 and gold. We've been extremely bullish on gold on the channel for a while, and now you're starting to see why. Daily uptrend, while everything else is mostly in daily downtrends, like the tech sector. So we were weak in the biotech, we were weak in energy, not surprising with oil's weakness. XLF financial sector was weak today, and the healthcare sector wasn't too bad. Closed the day pretty much flat, but a lot of our names, a lot of our sectors held their daily supports. And Tesla held weekly support, which was the most notable for me, at 539. So that's going to be, we got as low as 546. So could have been a nice entry there, just looking to scale in. I think that we could potentially be heading to weekly oversold here. And if we do, we're likely going to lose $500. And we do have these previous tops here as well that were previous resistance that could act as new support. But wouldn't be surprised if we saw a flush of $500. And then after that, we have next weekly support down at 379, so 380. Taking a look at the bull and bear list on the day today. So we had MVMD, AMC, and DFLY added to my MVMD position as well today. Stock getting absolutely crushed. On the bull list, we had NEXE, SHOP, and BLU. And just taking a look at some of our other names. That's pretty much it. Just want to see how gold held up today. So Barrick Gold Corporation, another name that I'm extremely bullish on, daily uptrend. And daily consolidation started today, holding up really well. Didn't lose its EMA 12, just like spot gold held its EMA 12. So gold is looking extremely strong. So thanks for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap. We'll see you a little bit later on today for an MJ sector review, and best of luck into the day tomorrow. Again, let me know in the comments below, who do you think Satoshi Nakamoto is? Do you think it could be Elon Musk? Do you think we'll ever find out? If you do you think it could be this year? Will it be 5 years, 10 years, or will they never let us know? Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.